Hey everyone. It is Tuesday and I'm at home because I was at the office today, uh, but my mom took Graham to the doctor and he tested positive for COVID. Uh, so I came home and tried to figure out what to do for church and everything, and I talked to the elders. We are not going to be meeting in person um, until September 19th um, at our congregation. Uh, so they welcomed me to, if I wanted to work at the office, I could. Um, you know, I just need to be cautious on that. So, but I do want to do, I did say yesterday that I would do a live video every day this week. So I'm going to do that. And I want to get through all of the Enneagram numbers. So yesterday I did the Enneagram 8. Uh, I'm going to do the other one on the other side of my Enneagram number, which is 9, and that is 1. So we're going to talk about the reformer today. The reformer is the nickname of this particular type. It's also the perfectionist, and perfectionistic tendencies are absolutely sort of the defining goal of this particular type. Um, but there's a strong um, moral uh, moral perfectionism that is very important amongst them. Uh, they want to be right. A lot of us are completely fine with having holding two contradictory beliefs at the same time. Perfectionists has a hard time with that. Um, but I guess they particularly find issue. Well, they want to be seen as someone that does everything right because they are fearful of resentment. Uh, they want to live their life in such a perfect sort of way and an example and all of that so that people won't be critical of them. Um, they really don't like criticism, and so that's a major issue for the Enneagram 1. And what happens is when uh, the the individual who um, is a perfectionist, whenever they are unhealthy and perhaps they are receiving criticism, they lash out in anger. Um, and so that's a very characteristic of ones. It's interesting the way that the anger triad works. You have the eights, which they their anger comes out um, because they are self-assured and they think that they're right and they want to, you know, they're challengers, and so anger can come out when they find resistance. Um, ones, uh, their anger comes out whenever they find resentment, and nines are asleep to their anger. And so that's interesting. And I think we talked about that a little bit back when we talked about nines. Um, there are a couple things I just wanted to read here from somebody who is a 1. And this is sort of a self description from a 1 about their Enneagram type. They said, "It's exhausting to know me. I talk really fast. I'm constantly doing too much. Every cause is my cause. I want to know your pain, listen to your pain, and then come up with a solution. I am hypercritical of every situation, and I focus most of that criticism on myself. As a 1 on the Enneagram, often called a perfectionist, uh, ones are conscientious and ethical with a strong sense of right and wrong. When we are healthy, we are committed to living a life that is both ethical and devoted to service. Um, when ones are unhealthy, we tend to become hypercritical. Uh, they chase perfection because they have this vague, unsettling feeling that if they make a mistake, someone is going to jump on them, criticize them, or punish them. Um, and so there are a lot of people that might have perfectionistic tendencies, but this is a particular type on the Enneagram. Um, Now, in Scripture, we one of the perfectionists that shows up in Scripture is Paul, and we can see this before his conversion in being this Pharisee that is, stopping at nothing to cleanse the world of this um, of this way. Which are Christians, and he is a Pharisee of Pharisee, a Hebrew of Hebrews. He can boast in the flesh because of all that he has accomplished, and all of the things that he pursued. Uh, and so he was a very perfectionist person. We might say that comes out um, in a place like in Galatians, where he is sort of hypercritical about the way that they are allowing these certain things to come uh, into the church, these Judaizers. And he uses some very strong language, and maybe there's some of that righteous anger that comes out. And so ones are definitely, they are good at that righteous anger. Um, so I think that's all I wanted to say about that. I was going to just do a short video. Uh, Let me look real quick. Since I did yesterday, shared some famous type 8s. I do want to share some famous type 1s. Mahatma Gandhi, Hillary Clinton, George Al Gore. Um, there's Henry David Thoreau, Rudy Giuliani. These are just a few examples, and of course you can look that up just as easy as I just did. But I appreciate the you tuning in and watching, and please say a prayer for Graham. Not feeling good. He's been hacking a lot. He's got a high fever, and he's gonna have to do this quarantine, and we're gonna have to do this quarantine as well. So pray for him, and keep us in your prayers. I hope everybody has a great rest of their week, and God bless.